before it's too late. First Thessalonians 5. First Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. Look at that verse 1. What are the times and the seasons, brethren? Ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Most High Mashiach Yahushua so cometh as a thief in the night, as we have read. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. That's like a woman having a baby. The contractions are far apart. They get closer and closer and closer. That's how he's saying. And that's how it's happening now. It's a woman in travail having a baby. Them contractions get closer and closer until the baby is born. But they shall not escape, it said. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness. We're not supposed to be ignorant that day should overtake you as a thief. We should not be caught not watching, not looking at all the signs that he gave us in these prophecies to know the time is near, and to get caught sleeping or in darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober, be focused, and don't be drunk. No drunken. Get help if you ain't sober. You have to have a drink all the time. That's an alcoholic. You gotta be sober. You can't watch if you drunk. You ain't focused. That's why they call it spirits. But they that sleep, sleep in the night. And they that be drunken are drunken in the night. See? Because you're in darkness. You cannot be focused. Because your spirit is not right. But let us, who are of the day, that have the light, be sober, be focused. Putting on the breastplate of faith and love, keeping the commandments of the Most High, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. And for an helmet, whatever's going to be in your mind, the hope of salvation, the faith of salvation, powers and authority that's coming to Israel on this earth, as we reign as kings and priests. For the Most High have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our power, Mashiach Yahushua, who died for us, the children of Israel, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him, whether you die or whether you awake during the time that he comes. Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also you do. This is the good news gospel. Matthew 27 and 45. 27, 45. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. It got dark when the Mashiach Yahushua was on that tree fasting, shaking the cross. Darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour, the Mashiach Yahushua cried with a loud voice saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my power, why hast thou forsaken me? Gave up the ghost. The Lamb of the Most High was crucified. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar. Excuse me. Some of them that stood, it's verse 47. Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, this man called for Elijah. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. The rest said, Let be. Let us see whether Elijah will come to save him. Israelites. Let's see if Elijah going to come to save him. Mashiach, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. And when he gave up the ghost, when he gave up the spirit, I mean he died. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain. The temple where they were sacrificing animals was rent in two. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom. And the earth did quake, and the rocks rent. And the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city and appeared unto many after his resurrection. He rose from the dead. Now when the centurion and they that were with him watching, when Mashiach saw that the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly. They were afraid then, saying, Truly, this was the Son of the Most High. Earthquaking, the temple done rent in half, from the top to the bottom, sacrificing, temple that they were sacrificing animals, because he is the ultimate sacrifice. No more sacrificing of animals from that point on. And many women were there beholding afar off, which followed Mashiach from Galilee, ministering unto him, among which was Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James and Josias, and the mother of Zebedee's children. When the even was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea, named Joseph, who also himself was a Mashiach disciple, but he was rich. He went to Pilate and begged the body of a Mashiach. Remember he said he was among the wicked and the rich and the wicked. This the rich man in prophecy coming to be. He went to Pilate and begged the body of a Mashiach. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. And when Joseph had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth. It's a Mashiach body. And laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out in the rock. And he rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre and departed. And there was Mary Magdalene and the other Mary sitting over against the sepulchre. So now the next day that followed, the day of the preparation, the chief priests and the Pharisees came together unto Pilate, saying, Sir, we remember that deceiver said, while he was yet alive, after 3 days I will rise again. So he said, after 3 days I'm going to rise again. Now, remember, they were accusing him, saying that he said he could tear down the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. So now they understand. They understood what he was saying. You see? But here it is. Now they've proven that they knew what he was saying. Command therefore that the sepulchre be made sure until the 3rd day, lest his disciples come by night and steal him away, and say unto the people, he is risen from the dead. So the last error shall be worse than the first. Said, hey, seal the tomb, watch over it, so to make sure that his disciples can't come and take the body and lie to the people and say that he rose on the 3rd day, when he did rise on the 3rd day. Pilate said unto them, Ye have a watch. go your way. Make it as sure as you can. So make it, seal it up as sure as you can. So they went and made the sepulchre sure, sealing the stone and setting a watch. So they sealed it, and they put guards out there to watch over it. Chapter 28 of Matthew. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, which is the end of the seventh day. Now we're waiting on the end of the Sabbath today. Some of you probably are already in the end of the Sabbath because you're on East Coast time, 3 hours ahead. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Most High descended from heaven. An angel came down, descended from heaven, and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it. Rolled that door, they done sealed it. You got men watching. An angel came down and removed that stone from the door and was sitting on it. His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. It's the angel. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake. They shaken and became as dead men, scared to death. That's what it's saying. You know, you hear that saying, scared to death. They became as dead men, scared to death. And the angel answered and said unto the woman, Fear not ye, for I know that ye seek a Mashiach Yahushua, which was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen, as he said. Come, see the place where Mashiach Yahushua lay. And so quickly, and go quickly, and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead. And behold, he goeth before you into Galilee. There shall you see him. Lo, I have told you. And they departed quickly from the sepulchre with fear and great joy, and did run to bring his disciples word. And as they went to tell his disciples, behold,